The following segment is sponsored by Creative Society.
Every year when our temperatures approach 100 degrees, HVAC companies get flooded with calls. Homeowners think their systems are not working because they're not cooling like they used to or aren't able to cool down in the heat of the day. Sean McGraw is here to discuss what might be happening with that. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning to you.
In most cases, the system is doing all it can during extreme temperatures, and people wonder why their systems aren't designed for higher temperatures. What do you tell them about that?
Yeah, okay, so some of them are now on higher end units that are inverter driven, things like that. But on just a basic 14 SEER, say, single stage unit, we can't design that system to operate in all conditions. So generally, it's sized for an average temperature. I think here we size them here for about 92 degrees on a load calc. The reason we do that is that's the normal temperature throughout the region right now. So while it's cooling at 92 degrees, it's doing great. We're pulling out the proper amount of humidity from the air. It's running like a Cadillac. But when we spike those temperatures up to 100, yes, it's going to have a harder time. But we can't size it for 100 degrees because then we're not going to have it running long enough on your average days to pull the humidity out. You can have 70-degree air. If you've got 80% humidity, you're going to be miserable.
Well, then what are some ways to tell if you're actually having a problem with your system or if it's just that extreme heat? What are we looking for?
Okay, the thermometer is going to be your best way to do it. And I'm not talking about the thermostat on the wall or nothing like that. You can get an infrared thermometer generally now for, I think, about 15 bucks, like a cheapie. Check your return, see what the temperature is on the return, if it's 74, 75 degrees. Then go to your supply vents and start checking the supply vents where the air is blowing out. You should see at least a 15-degree differential between the two. And if you're hitting that, you're probably running about as good as you can run. Also, another thing to check in there is that every vent throughout the rooms, throughout your house, is blowing within a few degrees of each other. If you find one that's way off, by way off, I mean like a lot warmer, then you probably have a broke duct somewhere in there, and that could be an issue, or it is an issue.
Good advice people can use. There are also some ways to keep our homes cooler when the AC just can't seem to keep up. So walk us through some of those ways to make the homes cooler. I know you want us to use ceiling fans, keep blinds closed, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Make the room dark if you can, and close. When your daddy told you to close the door, you're letting all the air out. Yeah. I mean, you are. So yeah, I mean, keeping an eye on the traffic coming in and out, making sure you're not leaving the door open forever, waiting on the dogs to come in and stuff. Common sense stuff like that. A dryer is something a lot of folks don't think about. A dryer is an exhaust fans. You're pulling the conditioned air out of your house and dispersing it outside. The dryer is doing the same thing. It has makeup air. It's pulling that makeup air from inside the house. So, and then it's exhausting it outside the house. Not to mention heating up. So, stuff like that, making sure you're doing your laundry at night, or, if it's that hot outside, go put it on a clothesline.
Yeah, a lot of good things we can do to adapt for the hot temperatures. And for anybody who's watching who wants to learn how to troubleshoot their own system, a lot of these tips, this advice is on YouTube. And then for people who, on your channel, and for people who don't want to worry about this themselves, you've got the all-in-one comfort plan. You install the new system, you maintain it for 10 years, you fix things, all for one monthly payment. Working with you at American Veteran, it's really your mission to help people. Talk about that before we go.
Yeah, well, we tagged it a long time ago. It was a big mission statement. John, my vice president, challenged me with it of, hey, I want you to write down exactly what your vision is for this company. And it started out with like a 2-page document. We got it down to 3 words: be the blessing. That's all we're out there to do. We're out there to be the hands and feet of Jesus. I mean, that sounds, I'm not trying to get religious on anybody or anything like that, but that's truly, everybody can serve the Lord in some aspect. We all have a blessing. We all have a blessing. We do, hopefully, but we all have a gift. And we're out there trying to utilize that gift to be the blessing to somebody else. That's all there is. And yes, we want to take care of our crew and take care of the customers and everything else in the midst of that as well, obviously.
People will appreciate the blessings. They'll love to work with you. American Veteran is 435-0822, or they can visit AmericanVeteranAC.com. Sean McGraw from American Veteran Air Conditioning. Thanks for the conversation as always.
It's always fun. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Hey, look, if y'all are looking for more tips, we're always looking for your feedback, and we want to answer your questions, and we will on a regular basis on our YouTube channel. So subscribe right here to our YouTube channel, not here, here to our YouTube channel. And we'll try to make sure we take care of all the questions and answer them efficiently for you. Y'all take care. God bless.